We are perpetually grateful for our existence, for our ability to expand and become more of source energy. We know that is what our existence is all about, and so it becomes easier for us to experience that. On Earth, when you begin to believe in the illusion, or what some have come to refer to as the Matrix, you forget that your existence is about expanding into the newest creations of Source. And of course, you also forget that you are that Source that is both creating and experiencing simultaneously. That is one thing which helps the dark entities of the astral thrive. Most do not know this, even though it is the talk of the online community on a daily basis. Here is just talk, two sides throwing blame at each other, thinking one is better than the other, thinking one is somehow more special than the other. There is almost zero true effort in trying to understand how this particular issue has come to this point. This would be the feminine and masculine energies, men and women hating each other. This creates a type of a nectar energy of the dark elites and entities on the astral planet as your own light dims. They have done and continue to do everything they can to create more division between the two equally sacred energies. The dark has wanted nothing more than to destroy the divine nature of the human being, to reach at the core and not extinguish, but seek to dim and control the little spark which remains within the heart, and use that to further their agendas. It is all about consciousness, and if one feels like they need to move away from the ingestion of physical flesh, and all of this because their consciousness is calling for it, then indeed you would do so. But if it is the consciousness that is saying, well, it is not quite so bad at this point, as long as you are imbibing with those things that are organic and this nature, more locally grown in terms of vegetables and fruits and all of these things, as well as that of the animals that are ingested here locally, would be the best always. But again, it is all about consciousness and frequency change within consciousness, so simply ask within yourself, rather than ask another, such as us. Ask within yourself, and you will receive an answer as to what is right or not so right for you at this time. Okay? And if you see it all as source, then it becomes more fun. Now, as we were listing all the various things you could desire and then manifest, what made that list something that could be infinite is that you can manifest experiences, feelings, states of being. You can manifest bliss. You can manifest the state of oneness. You can manifest the feeling of infinite love, and those who've already experienced everything in the physical realm that they have ever desired to experience, then tend to go for the non-physical types of experiences, the feeling states. They are much more infinite in nature than what is physical, which can break, be lost, be stolen, or simply no longer serve you for some reason. Perhaps that fancy gadget you wanted so much 5 years ago is now obsolete, but the experience that you can have that are non-physical upgrade themselves. Just like your phones and other devices need upgrades and need to be replaced every once in a while. And so, the feeling of bliss that you experienced yesterday is not the same feeling today. And that's what makes manifesting outside of the matrix so much fun. That is why people who have spent some time developing their spirituality understand that the illusion is to be transcended to a certain extent. You will still ultimately be there in a physical body, and you will want to have certain experiences over certain other experiences, but you won't get attached to them. You won't feel like a failure if you don't manifest your dream home in the time frame that you have decided is most appropriate. From a higher perspective of a being with a fully open heart, it is viewed clearly. The two energies, the two genders, are equally magnificent and absolutely necessary for balance in the cosmos. All souls experience lives as both genders. All contain both energies, the blue flame, the pink flame in their heart center. When healing of lives of traumas takes place, balance is restored within. We can tell you that simply with your intention, you can purify anything, even such as a thing that would be considered poison. What we are saying here is that when one has a high enough consciousness, they can be, for instance. And if they do not believe that the poison will affect them because their consciousness is high enough to believe that, then it will not affect them. You see, it is even the same as putting your hand in a flame. If you do not believe that it will burn, it will not. So, it is the same with the foods and the waters and all of these things that you take into your body. It is a belief process. Now remember, believing is seeing. So when you fully come to that understanding and that level of consciousness, it does not matter what you take into your body because you can transmute it before it comes in. Okay. As to a direct way of doing that, we are saying that will come to you when you have raised your belief system and your consciousness along with it. Then, you will know exactly what to do and how to do it as it comes. You can realize that even playing within an illusionary matrix is fun and is meant to stimulate growth within you spiritually, rather than being the measuring stick by which you determine how good you are in one way or another. Think about the types of feelings and experiences you want to manifest, rather than the things. And realize you have access to what is non-physical right now, whereas something physical may take 3 to 5 days to arrive in the mail. And then, know that nothing is stopping you from breaking free from this so-called matrix. The only thing that ever could stop you is you.